How's it going, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video, we're going to be going through everything you need to know for the Magnetic Study event at Pokémon GO. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, this event is going to be taking place from October 15th at 12 AM to October 17th at 11:59 PM local time. Now, in regards to the bonuses, we're actually going to have different ones featured each day. So on October 15th, we're going to have the special bonus be 2 times catch experience. On October 16th, we're going to have the special bonus be 1.5 times raid experience. And then finally, on October 17th, we're going to have the special bonus be 2 times catch Stardust. Now on top of that, we're also going to get increased shiny odds for the featured Pokemon Magnemite, Plusle, and Minun. And then magnetic lure modules are also more likely to spawn these Pokemon as well. Next up, let's go over the timed research that is going to be available each day. So first of all, on October 15th, you're going to get encounters with Plusle along with 5,000 experience and 2,500 Stardust. On October 16th, you're going to get encounters with Magnemite along with a magnetic lure module for free, which you actually need to evolve Magnemite all the way up into Magnezone. And then finally, on October 17th, you're going to get encounters with Minun along with 5,000 experience and 2,500 Stardust. Now each of these timed research are going to expire at the end of the day, so make sure to actually complete them on their respective days, otherwise you will actually lose these rewards. Now on top of that, we're also going to have field research tasks which are going to award Magnemite, Plusle, and Minun pretty much on theme, but we're not going to have wild encounters for this event. Instead, we'll just have the regular non-event biome-related spawns. And so with that being said, that's basically this event in a nutshell. Like, there's really not that much going on with it. It's only like a 3-day event. The bonuses are kind of cool, like having different bonuses each day. The increased shiny odds are really nice, and of course, like getting the free items, like the free magnetic lure module from the timed research is kind of cool for people who want to evolve Magnemite. Although, raids did recently just get reverted back to how they were before, which I totally called happening. Like, I was really nervous to make some update videos going over the new raid attackers, and I'm glad that I didn't invest that time because raids, or at least Pokemon in raids and how they're affected by them, have now changed. Like, the 0.5 second intervals are still the same, but they have updated all like the movesets now, so that it basically functions the same way as it did before. So yeah, when it really comes down to this event, I mean, there's really not that much going on, but we do have some other things ongoing at the same time, and some bonuses you actually might want to take advantage of on top of the special bonuses featured during this event. So let's talk about those right now, starting off with the legendary and mega raids that are going to be featured during this event. So first of all, Giratina Origin Form, arguably the best ghost type attacker in the game. It rarely ever appears in Pokemon GO, like it typically is only during October, and so once again guys, until October 28th, we're going to have this Pokemon featured. So this Pokemon will actually be here for about 2 weeks, and it is incredible to have as a ghost type attacker for the raid/gym meta, and it also has meta relevance in the Open Master League and PvP. And thanks to the recent meta shakeup in Season 20, this Pokemon also has relevance now in the Open Great League and Ultra League metas. That being said though, you will have to trade with somebody else if you want to get better PvP IVs to get a good spread for the Open Ultra League, and I don't believe you can actually get one for the Open Great League from raid battles. You might be able to get it from timed research, but that's not going to be available during this event, so anyways, ignore that. For the ideal moveset you want to have on it though for the raid/gym meta, you ideally want to go with Shadow Claw plus Shadow Ball. Now it does have access to its signature moveset Shadow Force, which you can use in Elite TM to get it, and in some simulations it is actually better than Shadow Ball. For those of you out there who don't have that many Elite TMs available, I wouldn't really worry about getting Shadow Force that much. Like, compared to Shadow Ball, there really isn't that big of a difference. Now one thing very specific to this event is that we're also going to have a Giratina Origin Raid Hour on October 16th at 6 PM local time. Now I do want to remind you, during this day, we're also going to have the special bonus from the Magnetic Study event where we're going to get 1.5 times raid experience, and I guarantee most people probably missed this when they were actually looking at the event. They didn't realize that Giratina Raid Hour, one of the best Pokemon to hunt right now for the Ghost type category, is also going to be combined with this special bonus from the Magnetic Study. So yeah, that's going to be a really cool combination right there, and for anybody who's unfamiliar with how Raid Hour actually works, most gyms are going to have Giratina appearing and the raids are going to reset after about 25 minutes, so during like the half-hour mark, which means you can pretty much hit the same gyms again at the half-hour mark, so like 6:30 and onward, which is really convenient if you only have like a few gyms around you. Now finally, in Mega Raids, we're going to have Mega Sableye available until the same time period, so basically from October 14th to October 28th. Now when it comes down to Mega Sableye, this is a Pokemon that we also barely ever see in rotation, very similar to Mega Absol, so while it doesn't have like that much meta relevance in the raid/gym meta, it does have some pretty good play in the Open Great League as one of the super extra large Pokemon builds, so pretty similar to Metacham here. In which case, I would just focus on building one with good PvP IVs for the Great League, and then you can use that as your Mega Evolution as well. This way you don't need to focus on 2 different versions of Sableye, just Mega Evolve your Great League spread, and you know, again, when it comes down to Sableye, it's mainly just focused on candy bonuses it's going to be a dual Dark and Ghost type Pokemon, and for newer players watching this right now, it's actually going to be the perfect Pokemon to get your hands on, because during the Halloween event, we're going to have a lot of Pokemon with the specific typing of Ghost and Dark. So, I mean, if you don't have that many Megas available, having Mega Sableye active while you're actually out there hunting is going to give you a lot more candy on these Pokemon, not to mention the 2x candy bonus, which is going to be incredible. So yeah, basically when it comes down to it, for either new or returning players, I mean, get your hands on a Mega Sableye, do at least 1 to 2 raids to get the initial energy, and then after that you can just walk it as your buddy to earn more energy that way. Now we also do have max battles available as well during this time period, and they're going to be available for the remainder of the month, but I just always like to go through these as well. So first of all, the Dynamax Gen 8 starters, Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. First of all, I just want to start by saying I just got a Hundo Grookey the other day, and I'm super stoked on that. But basically, why do you want to focus on these Pokemon? Well, first of all, they actually have special Gigantamax forms that are going to be released in the future. Now, how that mechanic is going to work in Pokemon GO is still kind of unknown, but it has been teased in-game. And at the very least, I think it's important to actually focus on getting good IVs on these Pokemon now, because we're going to get eventual calm days for these Pokemon, most likely sometime next year, and you want to have your best IVs ready to evolve so you can get their legacy movesets for free. Otherwise, you would have to use an Elite TM. Now, we also have Dynamax Phalanx available in 3-star max battles, and currently, we are very limited on the Pokemon that we're able to use for these Dynamax raids, and Phalanx is the only fighting-type Pokemon that we're going to be having available right now. So at minimum, I would do at least 3 of these raids if you can. You don't have to solo them, but you don't have to power them up, just have them available with double fighting type moves to use against future raid bosses, and that's basically all that you want to do. When it comes down to Dynamax Phalanx, I would not actually recommend doing this raid boss solo. The resources are just way too high on it. Like, I've seen players using like level 40 Charizards to get this done, but honestly guys, if you just focus on the duo, you can just evolve one Charizard, combine it with Air Slash plus Overheat, have your friend do the exact same thing, and that's all that you need to get this raid boss done. It is literally that simple as a duo, but as a solo, it is significantly harder. So during this event, those are going to be the only max battles available right now, but we will actually have Dynamax Ghastly featured very soon during the Halloween event, and I'll cover that in a separate video. So on the first day of this event, on October 15th, we're going to have the Spotlight Hour for Shroomish with the special bonus, or the amazing special bonus, 2x Catch Stardust. Now, you guys might be thinking, why is that so amazing? Well, Shroomish is one of the special Pokemon that gets boosted Stardust when catching it. Now, combined with the 2x Catch Stardust bonus, and potentially even a Weather boost, the Stardust gains are going to be nuts. Out of all the things that we could have during this event, it is by far going to be one of the best ones. Now, on top of that, we're also going to have the 2x Catch Experience bonus from the Magnetic Study event, so that's going to just make this event even better. Now, I don't remember Shroomish having a bad catch rate, so I think you guys should be fine not stockpiling like too many raspberries going into this, but on the off chance that I'm actually wrong, you may want to keep some raspberries on hand for the higher level Shroomish. That way it doesn't take too long to actually catch them. And by the way, if you haven't mastered the fast catch trick, you definitely want to practice this before the event for increased efficiency. In terms of meta relevance though, for its evolution Breloom, there isn't really any, so basically the name of the game here is just going to be to catch as many Shroomish as possible, guys. So just go to really big cluster spawns like parking lots and just catch all the Pokemon there. Move on to the next spot, and then just rinse and repeat. I mean, seriously, have your star piece active, get the Stardust gains. From these types of Spotlight Hours, I've gained anywhere from like 300 to 400,000 Stardust just in the hour, so it is really, really good. Probably the best part of this event by far. Now, in terms of the best Pokemon to focus on during this event, the only Pokemon worth focusing on is actually going to be Magnezone, which evolves from Magnemite. Now, the only way to actually get Magnemite from this event is from Timed Research and Field Research, which both have IV floors of 10, 10, 10, so realistically, you couldn't even get good IV spreads for Great League or for Ultra League. So when it comes down to it, there isn't actually like a big appeal to hunt this Pokemon during this event outside of the increased shiny odds. Plusle and Minun are not really meta relevant for anything either, so yeah, the only appeal here is the chance to get them in their shiny forms through the timed research or the field research quests. The next thing I want to go over is should you use lucky eggs and star pieces. So honestly, I wouldn't actually use these during this event. We have other events like Calm Days that offer 3x Catch Stardust or 3x Catch Experience, which are much better times to actually use them. Now, if you do actually have friendship bonuses that you want to redeem anyways, you could combine these with the bonuses on October 15th, for the 2x Catch Experience. That could be worth doing. The same could be said for the October 16th event during Raid Hour, the 1.5 times experience from raid battles, plus the combination of friendship bonuses could be a really good use of a lucky egg. But outside of that, I wouldn't use star pieces for anything other than Shroomish Spotlight Hour. That's the only time to really use them during this event. And yeah, I mean, like, you could use them if you have them, but I think there are just better times to use them, honestly. Now real quick, I also want to go over the increased friendship experience that we're getting during this event thanks to the seasonal bonus of 1.5 times friendship experience, which is by far the best way to get experience in the game right now. So basically, you know, for hitting good friends, you normally get 3,000 experience. With this bonus, you're going to get 4.5 thousand experience. For best friends, you normally get 100,000 experience. But with this bonus, you get 150,000 experience. And then if you actually want to stack a lucky egg on top of that, this will work as well. So for best friends, you can get 300,000 experience with a lucky egg, which is pretty crazy. So basically, at minimum, I would recommend opening all of your gifts every single day to increase your friendship and send gifts as often as possible. Once you are out of gifts, your buddy Pokemon will actually bring you 5 gifts occasionally. I've had this happen anywhere from like 1 to 3 times a day, so make sure to send your gifts every single time you do have them in your inventory. And then one more tip I want to recommend for opening gifts is to hit the X button really quickly to skip the animation. It saves a lot of time when you're opening your daily 30 gifts, guys, like trust me on that. And then finally, I want to go over the best Mega Evolution to have active during this event. So as expected, for this event, you want to have an electric type Mega Pokemon. So either Ampharos, Manectric, or Kyogre. Whichever one of these you guys have at the highest Mega level, ideally Mega level 3, prioritize that one over the others for increased candy and extra large candy. Now on top of that, we also have the shiny Galarian birds that were just released in Pokemon GO, which were a permanent change by the way. So you miss all the shots that you don't take if you're not using your daily adventure incense, guys. And if you actually want to increase your chances of encountering these Pokemon, then check out this video right here.